Let's do a chakra card reading. In this video, 3 chakra cards from Rachelle Charman's chakra reading deck. I'm intentionally doing this for the sign of Pisces, but if you're drawn to this video, it's for you, whoever you are, okay? That's the way it works. I'm Andy. Let's turn over the top card and get going. And what have we got? First of all, number 24, listening. Right, now then, this is a real kind of spiritual discipline that is a very, very simple thing to do. But it's something that in our world, particularly in our modern world, it's very, very difficult to actually get our head around that idea. It's easy to do once we've understood that this is what we need to do. Now, we've actually got a throat chakra here because it's the blue border, which is that turquoise blue is the blue of speaking your truth, really. But when you're going to speak your truth, where is your truth coming from? You've got to listen to yourself, really. It's surprising how convoluted things get. Anything at all that's on the media at the moment is, the mainstream media anyway, and quite a lot of YouTube, I'm afraid, is based on kind of pushing your panic buttons, you know. When you sort of relive a thing, which we're encouraged to do in a lot of what's available at the moment to watch. When we relive a thing, the body releases the same chemicals that it released when we actually experienced that thing ourselves. And if that was a good thing, great. But, you know, very often these things are twanging at our nerves and, as I say, pushing our panic button. And it becomes kind of difficult to be in touch with your own thoughts. And that's where listening comes into that idea of the throat chakra and speaking your truth. Some meditation might be needed, who knows. But what we've really got to do is keep it real, you know. There's a real world around us all the time, regardless of where you live in the world, where you are in the world. Reality is unfolding all the time. So tempting to escape from it. And a lot of people think that a thing like a chakra card reading is an escape in itself, but it's not. It's all about getting in touch with what is absolutely real. We've got the 7 chakras in our body. We've got the Earth Star chakra beneath our feet, and we've got the Soul Star chakra up above our head. So inspiration is always coming up from the earth, and that's the direction, and down from the skies as well. And it joins inside of us. And if we're too busy listening to all the kind of craziness that's going on around us and all the kind of media stuff that we're bombarded with, we end up not really being in touch with our own selves, and therefore we end up not really knowing what's going on inside us. And when we do tune into what's real, look at all the colours here, beautiful bright colours. Now those colours are even brighter when you perceive them within yourself, maybe even with your eyes closed in a state of meditation. So do listen, okay? It's really good to have a meditation routine, if you will. And this doesn't mean you've got to do it at exactly the same time on the clock every day. It's a good thing to meditate really any time. But if you do it at the same point of your day every time, that is going to establish a rhythm, you know. When I do it, I get up in the morning, feed the cats, have something to eat, cup of tea, maybe feed the chickens as well, and then I come in and do it. It's like the first thing in my day, apart from, you know, getting out of bed, really. And that happens at different times every day. But the rhythm is there, you know, whoever's guiding me in the spirit world, whatever the universe is trying to do for me, whatever the goddess is trying to do for me, it meets up at that time every day, and that really deepens things. So, my friends, that's the thing to do. I guess this is especially a message for Pisceans. But really, if you're drawn to this video, that's the message for you, and I would think seriously about that if I were you. So take some time to actually listen, and you'll see all this going on, and you'll see it much more vividly and much more personally as well. Okay, so that is card number 1. We will see how the other cards relate to it. They always do, you know. It's a strange thing, there's 30-odd cards in this deck, but somehow we come up with 3 that match and go together and work together. I don't know how it goes, but it's proof positive that listening to the spiritual influences around us is always a good thing and always has some kind of reward for us. So we'll turn over the next one. It's universal light. Now we're in the solar plexus chakra with this one. Now that is the chakra of personal power, and it has come up in just about every reading I've done in this set of readings. I sort of do them in order of the signs of the zodiac so that we all kind of know where we are. And yeah, this has come up again and again. Now, I'm recording this video just as we come up to summer solstice, June 2020. If you're watching it in the future, I'm sure it will have meaning for you as well. But personal power seems to be a big thing around the solstices. You never know how it's going to work. There's actually going to be an eclipse as well. Now, when we get a lunar eclipse, that's kind of losing what no longer suits you, and moving, taking things away that are either harmful or just getting in your way. And when we have a solar eclipse, that's about kind of asking for what you want. And we're coming up to a solar eclipse, so you've really got to ask for what you want. And there's nothing selfish, nothing wrong with doing that. We come to this world full of plans, really, and a mission. We all have a mission that we've got to work out in real life and make to be a real thing. And so the personal power we have is closely tied up with that. And it's all a part of the plan of the universe. So the more you give to yourself in that direction, the more you'll be able to give to others. That's the thing. Nothing selfish about it at all. Although I've got to say, it feels good, so take some time for yourself. Take some time to big up that personal power. Do what you must. Even if you've got to go out there and kind of actively do something around your personal power, go out there and get it done. Okay, now the shaft of the shaft of light in this reminds me of the Ace of Wands in tarot, and there's a lot of alchemy involved in that. And we can see we've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got the whole sort of general idea of the universe in the picture here. I'll hold it up a bit closer, and it does all work together, So if you think of this as the spark of light right at the center of your being, expand that, feel it blending in and mixing in with the divine light, which it actually will be doing just by you visualizing it. Visualize and believe. That's always the thing to do. Okay, and that personal power will grow. It will enable you to do what you want to do. People will be much less likely to try and knock you off your perch if you work on that personal power as a visualization exercise. You just become stronger, and people just know, that's simple, really. Okay, so there we go. Universal light, that is number 34, and it's a solar plexus chakra in a big way. Let's shuffle some more. And let's turn over the top card again. Now then, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, by the way, please do. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, then I can work live and you can come on and say, Andy, what's going on? This has happened. What does it mean? And I'll, give you whatever guidance I can. Seems much more helpful than just putting it out there for everyone. But, somehow people are always drawn to watch the right video for them when it comes to spiritual practices. And I'm often shocked by how that happens. But do subscribe. Look through my channel because there's kind of 700 plus readings on there by now, I should think. We have got a green one, which is all about the heart chakra. It's number 20 and it says play. Now then, the heart chakra is the seat really of personal, not so much personal power, but a combination of personal power and everything that goes on in the higher chakras. It's kind of halfway up. It's where it all comes together. And a happy heart is a real good thing. Now, sometimes we feel we can only really achieve that happy heart if there's another human being sort of in a relationship with us or working with us in some way. And for a great many people, they don't have that. I don't really have it. I have a great friend who I work with, but, I don't sort of have a special loved one who's with me all the time. I have been in that position. I will be in that position again. I don't let it worry me, but I know it's a real issue for some people. And if you're going through that, then I'm sorry. But the thing to do is make that heart happy, okay? Just get out there and play and be yourself. And don't worry what anybody else thinks of you, okay? You're gonna be more like yourself. In fact, that's true with all these cards in this reading today. You're gonna be more like yourself. So when you attract someone in that situation where you feel more like yourself, and play really brings that out, it's going to be much more likely to result in a relationship that actually lasts and goes on and on into the future. And I think that's what we're all sort of craving for when we want to look for love in this life. It starts off, this is kind of lower heart chakra because it's green. There's the higher heart chakra, which is pink. And it all, all the kind of pink stuff of love and relationships is grounded in the lower heart chakra. And that's where we've got to feel happy to be ourselves. Now, you see these two dolphins playing together. They're two individual dolphins who've met up and just get on with each other and play. So playing together is great, but it grows out of kind of, playing yourself, being what you actually want to be within your own sort of body, within your own heart, within your own mind. Sorry, I've got a bad old throat today. I've got a bad old throat most days. I should do something about it. Never mind. Okay, so here we go. 24, listening. Now, in terms of numerology, 24 is a great number. It's kind of, we've gone past 2 levels of completion and we're kind of on our way to the 3rd. So there's a lot of progress going on in life. And wherever you are at the moment, Pisces, in your life, you will be on some kind of leg of some kind of journey and the progress is going well. That's the answer. But you just want to kind of listen and then through listening, speak your own truth a lot louder and a lot more clearly than we had. Number 34, universal light, solar plexus. You're always being powered up by that light from the universe, but do some meditation, do some visualization and believe that it's bringing good to you. And then good to you is exactly what it'll bring. And then finally play. There we go again. It's a real nice scene there. We can see the dolphins are really being lit up by shafts of light from up above the water there. And so however low we might get, however difficult life might make things feel for us, we've just got to kind of be positive and think about that light coming in, because it is absolutely always coming in. It is absolutely for all of us, and it is absolutely a true thing. Okay, friends. Well, I hope you've got something out of that. There's certainly a lot of inspiration in those cards there. I'll be back soon with many more readings. I never seem to stop doing them. But we might do a bit of astrology over the weekend, I think, because we are coming up to a very powerful time next weekend when we get the summer solstice. And we also have that solar eclipse. And then there's a lunar eclipse coming up early July. So it's all happening all the time. And this is a time of big change. So we'll do some of that this weekend certainly. But there'll be more readings next week. Readings is what I do. If you would like an email reading, or if you would like an astrology birth chart done, which is that's a great way to kind of understand your spiritual standing in the world. It's a birth chart is a snapshot of where all the planets were at the time you were born, and a string of explanations. I'm doing them all the time, so drop me an email at 35and83@gmail.com and I'll get back to you. It'd be a great pleasure to do that for you. So email me if you would like, but do take a look on my channel at all the other readings there. See what you can see what you can find out about yourself, see what you can find out about kind of other people and who are significant to you, and other things that are going on in your life. I am going to leave it there for that time, but I'll be back again very soon. Tomorrow, in fact, God willing. So take care of yourselves, my friends. Peace.